Hey guys, thanks for watching DIY Bry. In this episode, I'm going to show you how to fix an instrument cluster PRNDL odometer display. It's really common in the GM trucks from 2002 below that the odometer and the PRNDL display just completely goes blank. What I'm going to do is show you guys how to fix that. It's really easy to pull this back cover off and go ahead and solder and repair the connection that will fix that particular problem. Okay, the first thing you need to do is pull these little clips off the back. Just take your screwdriver tip and stick it behind there and kind of pull up on the tab. Careful not to break them. Alright, now you've got to pry the circuit board off of the plastic piece. Now, the gauges have these little prongs that actually hold the circuit board down to the instrument cluster. You've got to pull the circuit board up off these prongs. You can see there's prongs here, 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 and here, and also here and over here. And what you do is you just kind of carefully stick the screwdriver behind there and then start to pull up the circuit board off of the cluster there. Okay, right inside there is a little ribbon that you've got to undo by just pulling up on the little clip off the circuit board. One way to get this ribbon off of there is take your flat-headed screwdriver and stick it underneath the edge of one corner and pull up a little bit and then move to the other side. Once you get it loose, you can just pull up with your fingers. Okay, you can see that little ribbon there. That's the one that you undo from the instrument cluster. Okay, so typically where the solder breaks is on this one metal prong that goes right here. There's a solder connection right under the other side of this that actually cracks and break. So you have to remove this little prong here. There's another prong there and one more on the other side. You actually have to pull this up and carefully bend these prongs back in order to access this other side. So you just kind of undo the little locks. And you just have to carefully kind of bend it back. One other thing that comes in handy is actually a magnifying glass, and you can take and look at all the connections real closely, and under the magnifying glass you can really see the cracks in the solder. Alright, so you can see that little connection just right there. All the solder has broken off from where it connects to the circuit board, so you've got to re-solder that. Okay, so what you want to do is get your soldering iron and some solder and heat up the connector that you're going to solder first, and then add just a little bit of solder to it, and do that on each one that looks like it's got a break in it. Take your magnifying glass and double check your work to make sure everything looks like it should. Okay, at this point it's ready to push this back on there. Now you've just got to carefully bend this assembly back, lining up the holes, lining up the little connecting tabs with the holes in the board. Push that back down on there, and then it just kind of locks back into place. Okay, now we're ready to put this back together. Take the little connector and push it back into the connecting slot. And then you basically just push the little tabs back onto the circuit board. Now it's ready to install the back cover plate. And it's ready to go back into the truck. Okay, now we just need to verify that the PRNDL display works again. Alright, looks like it's lighting up great there and working again. So, easy fix. If you've got a broken solder joint in there, you can fix that on the circuit board yourself pretty easily.